Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thang. Welcome to this build guide video for patch 2.4.3 for the Witch Doctor, the Spirit Barrage, the code version of it anyways. But thanks to this brand new item, it's called the Barber, which allows Spirit Barrage to actually be more useful than ever. Think of it as like, putting little bombs into mobs and then having them just explode and everything just pretty much dies. So all the skills that you use and all the items you use pretty much buff the Spirit Barrage, and then also your toughness so you don't die. So that's how this thing works. So watch the little video because I actually had a lot of fun on the PTR. Pretty much level 93. Don't laugh at me dying at the Rift Garden because, one shot, one kill kind of thing. And just enjoy the video and then we'll get into the skills, the gears, the Kanai cube, and all that other stuff. Okay, I'll see you very soon. Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little clips. So we're gonna head into stats priority first. So the main stats priority is going to be critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and then area plus damage, and then plus cold damage. Everything else is just the usual, int, vitality, 2 sockets, 3 sockets, or whatever have you. And that's pretty much it for stats priority. Alright, so now for our gears. Okay, so the most important thing is going to be the Legacy of Nightmare rings right here, the Litany of Undaunted, and the Wailing Host. When we equipped it, we get the set bonus. While this is your only item set bonus, every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 100% and reduces your damage taken by 4%. So that means that potentially you can have 1300 damage increase if you have all your gear slot filled with ancient items, okay? Next item is going to be the Lyric's Crown right here. So it increases the effect of our gem that we socket in by X amounts. So that's 75 to 100%. Luckily, I got 99%. 99 problems, but the bitch ain't one. Anyway, so that's why we have it there. Okay. Next is going to be our shoulders. So you can actually use pretty much any shoulders. I think the best one is going to be the Skeleton King's pauldrons, but that's very hard to get. And also an ancient version of it is also hard to get as well. So if you you can't get yourself one of those, you can use any ancient shoulders if you want to, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Next is going to be the Aquila Caress right here. So while our primary resource, which is mana right there, is above X amount, so 90 to 95%, which is like, oh my god, that's so tiny. All our damage taken is reduced by 50%. So the majority of the time, our resource is going to be at least 95 to 100%. So we will definitely get that, especially when we're fighting elites. Okay. The next item we need is going to be the illusory boots right here. So this will allow us to just move through mobs, so that way we're not like, you know, bumping into things and can't get out of things, especially explosion things, right? So that's why we have it. So the best thing to do is get farm materials and just reroll this into ancients, because you're gonna be, you know, balls out crying if you try to farm this the ancient ones with this. Okay. Okay, so the next item is going to be the Sacred Harvester right here. So Soul Harvest now stacks up to 10 times instead of the usual 5 times. So this will increase our toughness again. And then what synergizes with this is going to be Lakumba's Ornament right here. Reduce all damage taken by 6% for each stack of Soul Harvest you have. So that stacks on top of the Soul Harvest buff for us. Okay, so that's why we have it right there. And then next is going to be Henry's Prequisition, right? I love this little thing, this mojo. It's the best ever. Okay, the first time an enemy deals damage, to reduce that damage by 77%, so X amount 60 to 80%, and charm the enemy for 3 seconds. So this is actually a really good habit. Okay. Okay, so next is going to be the Swampland Waders right here for our pants. We don't necessarily we don't really care about the ancient power that it has, but it's because it does increase. It's the only pair of pants that increases elemental damage, so that's why we have them. So when you get them, it's ancient, no matter how crappy it is, keep it, because it's actually a really good pair of pants to increase your damage. Okay, right there. I know mine's really crappy, so please don't tell me to reroll it, because I don't want to. I have no more materials. Anyway, so next one is going to be the Frostburn Gloves right here. So that increases your cold skill by X amount, 15 to 20%, and have a 50% chance to freeze enemies. Okay, so that's why we have that. And lastly is going to be the Witch Hour to increase our damage. And that's pretty much it for our gears. Okay, I so totally forgot about the neck piece. The neck piece, the best in slot is going to be Hellfire Amulets right here. For the passive that you want it to be, it's either Grave Injustice, Creeping Death, or Spirit Vessel, or Confidence Ritual, or Rush of Essence. Okay, one of those ones is going to be best in slot passive for it. Okay. Okay, so for the Kanai cube, we want to have the Barber in our Kanai cube, because it does have a min and max, so we do want to max it out versus having the Soul Harvester in the Kanai cube, because the Soul Harvester doesn't have a min and max, right? So the Barber, instead of dealing direct damage, your Spirit Barrage now accumulates on the target. When you stop channeling, it explodes, dealing 250% of the accumulated damage to all enemies within 15 yards. So pretty much a little bomb that goes off, boom. It does damage itself, but it damages everybody else. If you have more, if you have more mobs around you, it destroys everything. There you go. Okay, so for our ring, we're gonna go with the Ring of Emptiness. You deal 300% increased damage to enemies affected by both your Haunt and Locust Swarm. So you have to have Haunt and Locust Swarm on the enemy to actually get this bonus, which is actually really simple and easy. So just like Locust Swarm, Haunt, and they all die. Okay, so lastly is the armor slot. Now, a few of you will see people using the Belt of Transcendence. Where is that? 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 Right here. Belt of Transcendence. Summon Fetish Sycophant when you hit with a mana spender. That seemed nice and all, but I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is because the little pets actually blocks the way of the mob moving into you, especially if it's a melee mob, right? And you want them to move into you, and I don't find that it's actually a really good belt anyway. It just hinders your progression when there's like mobs just moving, and then all these tiny things just like stabbing things, and they're in the way of the mob moving to where you're huddling into, right? I don't like that. So instead, I actually chose the Haunting Girdle, which is Haunt releases 1 extra spirit. Although Haunt, you can spam Haunt all you want, an extra spirit means that the faster you can spread Haunt to, let's say, the initial mob, the faster things can die. because the Ring of Emptiness is only active if Haunt and Locust Swarm are on that mob at the same time, right? So that's why I use the Haunting Girdle. You can pretty much use anything really. It's up to you. I don't really care about that one part. I mean, you can use, which other one can you use? I don't know. The Nemesis Bracers. Nemesis Bracers, when you click on Pylons, you get a enemy champion to help you progress further. So that's really up to you if you want to choose to do that or not, okay? Okay, so lastly is going to be our gems and legendary gems, which are pretty easy. Green gem into our weapon to increase our critical hit damage, and then int gems into our other socket because why not, right? Increases our toughness and our damage at the same time. Our helm gem is going to be the life gem, so we get more life. Now I have 1.2 million life, yay, HP. Legendary gems, Bane of the Stricken for the Rift Guardian. No brainer there. Bane of the Trap to increase our damage overall period by X amount. And lastly is going to be Esoteric Alteration to help us survive further. If you don't want to use Esoteric Alteration, you can always use the Bane of the Powerful if you wanted to, but it's there for you. It's not your choice, okay? Alright, so now for our skills, we're going to be using Haunt with Poison Spirit. We don't really care about its damage really, just its passive effects. If the enemy dies, the spirit will haunt another enemy. Yay, cheerio. Haunted enemies take 20% more damage from your attacks, that's why we use it, okay? Next is going to be Soul Harvest Languish right here. So Soul Harvest increases our intelligence, which means increases our damage by each affected enemy. This stacks up to 5 times, actually 10 times because of 10 times instead because of our Sacred Soul Harvester, and also increases your armor by 10% per Soul Harvest enemy and reduce their movement speed by 8% for 5 seconds. So increase in survivability right here. Next, we're going to use Spirit Walk. So now you can actually use Jaunt if you want to increase the Spirit Walk by an extra second, or you can use Severance to move faster if you choose to. That's really up to you. Actually, I was using Severance, and that actually worked pretty fine. Next, we're going to use Piranhas with Piranha Nado. Summons a tornado of piranhas that pulls monster in and suspend them in the air. Woo, dealing X whatever. Affected enemies will also take 15% increase in damage, so you want to use this as much as you can. Not only that, but it actually really pulls all the mobs together as you've seen in the videos, and that gives you the opportunity to do a lot of AoE damage, okay? So that's why we use it. Spirit Barrage right here is our main skill that does all the damage. Now this one's funny. So Manitou summons a spectre that hovers over you and unleashes spirit bolts at nearby enemies for 6,000% weapon damage as cold over 20 seconds. So when you click on it, you have this thing on top of you. It just automatically casts. So you actually don't do anything. You just let it cast. Waving its hand like this. Just let it cast. You know, it's throwing ice everywhere. So that's what you do. Make sure you're not as a bad person like I am, because I keep forgetting to resummon it. So make sure you do resummon this, because sometimes when I play and I don't know, I'll show you I just forget to resummoned it. I'm like, oh, why is this not dying? Well, of course, because it's not there. Right, there you go. So yeah, that's our main skill right there. Next and lastly is going to be Locust Swarm with Pestilence. So unleash a plague of Locust Swarms that deals whatever, overpoint whatever. The rune we do is Pestilence. Locust Swarm has a 100% chance to jump to 2 additional nearby enemies. So we want it to jump as fast as we can. Just like Haunt, we want to spread Haunt as fast as we can so that our Spirit Barrage can do all that damage as fast as it can so that we can progress faster. Okay, so now on to our passive skills. So we want to use Confidence Ritual right here. You deal 20% extra additional damage to enemies within 20 yards, so that's our increased damage. Rush of Essence is actually extremely important. You cannot use this build without this passive skill. So Spirit Spell return 100 mana over 10 seconds. So Spirit Spells are Haunt, Horrify, Mass Confusion, Soul Harvest, Soul Barrage, and Spirit Walk. So whenever we use Haunt, Soul Harvest, Spirit Barrage, and Spirit Walk, we get 100 mana back within 10 seconds. So it all adds up really, and yeah, that's why we want it, because we want our mana pretty much at 95% to 100% so that we get reduced in damage taken. Okay, so this is essential pure. You can't not have this one. Next is going to be Spirit Vessel, which is your T Death. And lastly is going to be Creeping Death. Your Haunt, Locust Swarm, and the damage application from Piranhas lasts almost forever. So you really only have to like apply it once to the mob, but you still have to apply it to other mobs if it hasn't touched other mobs yet. Okay, so keep that in mind. Yes, that's our passive right there. Okay, so now for our followers. So I actually used the Templar because 93 was a bit tough for me. I think 92 and 93 was a bit tough for me. So I really needed for him to heal me, and then also regenerate life, and then also charge, and then also being a guardian, which means another cheat life. Now, if you don't want to use the Templar, you can always use the Scoundrel to increase in your critical hit chance right there, but that's really up to you. I prefer the Templar because of the cheat death. Now, if you do use the Templar, you need to use his Immortal Relic right there, and then the Thunder Fury to decrease in damage by the mobs, and then SF Johan to pull everything together, and that's actually really cool too. It helps you to AoE, and then the Oculus Ring so that it will drop down a circle which increases damage by 85% while standing in that area. Okay, and then Unity, actually Wayward, no, it's supposed to be Wayward Ring. I don't have it on him, so that it helps to stun the mobs as well. And then lastly is Defender. I don't really care about the shield. So that's your followers right there. Okay, so how to play this build is pretty easy. Haunt as much as you can until you get to 10 stacks. And then when you are near an elite like that, all you do is summon your Spirit Barrage right there. Haunt, Locust Swarm, Tornado, and keep haunting. And everything pretty much dies. Tornado. If you're like, you know, in an area where you're getting damaged, just use Spirit Walk, because that like makes you immune to things for a little while. And don't forget to haunt again, and that's pretty much how you play the build. Pretty easy. Don't forget to resummon your, oh my god, see, I was really bad. I forgot to resummon my guy. And that is pretty much how you play it. It's actually really easy to play, and I actually really like this build. Besides the Helltooth Harness, this is actually a really amazing build. I can't believe I used to hate the Witch Doctor, to be honest, because, you know, he looks so frail, but this man is like so OP. Look at that. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just letting things die. I mean, I could haunt. Sorry, I should haunt. So that it dies faster. See, Locust Swarm just spreads, and haunt just also spread. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this build guide video. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would definitely be appreciated. And also, if I have a Diablo fans link, please do upvote it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I will happily answer them as fast as I can. Oh my god, I'm gonna die because I'm talking. And don't forget to subscribe and come to the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love ya, bye. Mwah. Oh god, what the fuck am I doing?